Chief, 1 second.
Yeah, we're about to start right now.
Everybody good?
Yep.
1 second, Chief. Gonna go live in about. We're live.
Good evening. I'm Executive Assistant Chief Larry Satterwhite over patrol operations for HPD. With me is Assistant Chief Patty Cantu, Commander Steve Spears over our Homicide Division, and Commander Adrian Rodriguez over South Gessner Division. So we had a homicide today. We had 2 homicides today in this incident. One of them is a 2-year-old child. We're still gathering information, but I'll tell you what we know thus far. At approximately 1:46 today in the afternoon, we received a call for a shooting that occurred at Chimney Rock and El Camino del Rey. Patrol officers arrived within minutes and located a deceased black or African American male at that location. Suspect was KHOU. We started doing our investigation, and from the information that we obtained from witnesses and from camera surveillance on the scene, it appears that our complainant, we know now is 38-year-old male, was meeting up with another male, black or African American male, at the location. It appears some type of interaction, possibly argument instilled there, and the suspect produced a firearm and shot the complainant multiple times. The complainant had arrived at that location in a black SUV, 4-door. The suspect, after shooting the complainant, got into the black SUV and took off westbound from that location. At that time, we were doing a full investigation. We had limited information. Homicide was on the scene. Forensic Sciences was on the scene. And we were still looking for the suspect and looking for the vehicle that he had gotten into and taken off. At approximately 6:36 this evening, we received a call from a female to report her husband and her 2-year-old child missing. The information she gave on her husband and her child and the vehicle that they were in was specific enough that we realized very quickly that the complainant that was murdered at 5500 El Camino del Rey and Chimney Rock from the original scene was her husband. We never knew about the child until she called at 6:36. With the specific information on the vehicle, we had officers canvassing the entire area as quickly as possible. And within about 30 minutes or so, we found the SUV behind us right here on Elm Street in the 5900 block. Officers immediately observed a child in the back seat, non-responsive. They broke out the glass, immediately started to try to render aid, CPR, called for ambulance, which did arrive, but sadly it was too late. The child had passed in the car. At this time, we don't know why or how or what the cause of death will be. It could be something as like heat exhaustion. We just don't know. That will be determined later through autopsy. Our suspect is still on the loose. He left the vehicle here as near as we can tell, leaving the child in it, leaving the car locked up, turned off, and that's probably what led to the child's death. But again, we will find that out. Our suspect description is a black or African American male, slim build, wearing a white t-shirt, black shorts. He was wearing a very distinctive black Raiders cap. He appeared to have facial hair, long hair around the chin area. We are asking for a lot of things from the public right now. First and foremost, to pray for this family. A mother lost her husband, and she lost her 2-year-old child today. We are also asking the public's help in identifying the suspect. He is still at large, and so anybody that knows anything about this incident that might be able to direct us so that we can get this suspect in custody and off the streets as quickly as possible, we are asking for your help. You can call our homicide division at 713-308-3600. You can also call Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. And with that, we will take questions.
I know police didn't know that a 2-year-old was in the car, but could an alert been sent out for a missing car relating to this gunshot victim?
We were canvassing the area for the vehicle. What we had was very vague information on the vehicle at the time. The wife provided us the additional information that helped us zero in on this vehicle here on Elm Street. We wish we'd have had more then. Nobody wishes more than me that we'd have had more then, that we could have found this child in time.
Did the suspect and the victim know each other, or this was a random altercation?
That's still part of the investigation. We don't know. It appears that there was some type of interaction between the two, but that could have been random, having met up today, or they could have known each other. That will come out in the investigation. I will tell you that we do have video surveillance in the location where the shooting occurred, and I believe as we speak we are pushing out images of our suspect, again asking for the public's help, and we will continue to do so as we get more information.
The wife of the victim called because they were late coming home?
That's all I have right now. She just called to report them missing.
That original location was a gas station? Is that correct?
It's a gas station, and it looks like a small shopping center.
And where were the car keys? You said the car was locked?
The car was locked. I don't know about the car keys at this time. I don't have that information. I can find that out for you.
Did the wife know about the meetup?
The wife only knew that he was going somewhere to meet with somebody. She did not know a lot of information. Again, that's part of the investigation. We're still trying to figure that out and figure out what happened.
Is the man who died at the other scene the 2-year-old's father?
That's the information we have at this time. We still need to confirm that, but that is the information we have at this time, that that's his child.
The car was stolen, the one that appears over here?
The car was stolen by the suspect. The suspect murdered the complainant at that location, then stole the vehicle.
Does the video show how the suspect got to the parking lot in the first? Did he walk there?
All we have right now is him meeting up and having some type of interaction with our complainant. So where exactly he came from, does he have another vehicle? Were there other people involved? These are all things that we're going to find out as we continue our investigation.
Is the suspect from Southwest Houston? Do you know?
We
why
don't
he
know
was
the
up
suspect's
the car
name.
here?
We don't know his name. Once we identify him, we'll have more information to give you, but right now we know it all happened in this area, and so this is the area we are focused on, but he could live anywhere in the city or outside the city. That's why we're needing the public's help here.
If the suspect sees this, is there anything you'd want to tell him?
Turn yourself in. It was called for earlier by Commander Rodriguez because he did a press conference or briefing earlier. We're still saying the same thing. Turn yourself in now.
Was the child found in a car seat restrained?
He was in the back seat. I don't have the exact place where the child was. That's part of the investigation.
Do you have any idea?
We can find that out.
The location of the other scene, where was it by?
I'm sorry?
The location of the other scene,
Where the original scene occurred. It's at the corner. It's at a gas station strip center right there at Chimney Rock and El Camino del Rey.
I heard is this the car, the gray one? Is that the car?
No, it's not.
I heard the victim was a security guard. He had security clothes on. The area mentioned that he didn't work there. Is that confirmed?
Our victim was wearing a security uniform. That I don't know.
When you guys arrived, I know one of our photojournalists was here and he saw some
that, you know, some of you are parents walking into this and seeing the situation. Can you just tell viewers at home how that all unfolded for you all?
It's the hardest thing we do. Children, children are innocent. It's the hardest thing we do. So it affects them. They tried to save this little boy, and but we will work with them. We will help them. But it is the hardest thing I've ever done, and I've been here a long time.
Once you got the call from the mom around 6:30, was there an Amber Alert being the process of that? Had that begun?
We found the vehicle so quickly after having the specific information. All of those things were in act, but we found the vehicle so quickly. Again, with the best information, we were able to determine and find it.
Do you have any idea how long the SUV was here?
I don't. It's part of the investigation. It appears to have been there for some time.
Any more questions?
In Spanish for us.
Yes, Chief Cantu.
Buenas noches, su asistente jefe de policía, Patricia Cantú. Aquí tengo el ejecutivo, asistente Satterwhite, comandante Adrián Rodríguez y también comandante de homicidio Schindler. La llamada primero comenzó a la 1:46. La llamada fue disparos que ocurrió en la calle del Camino del Rey en un estacionamiento de una tienda. Los oficiales llegaron y cuando llegaron encontraron un hombre muerto con balazos en el pecho. Los investigadores llegaron, vieron los videos, las fotos y aparentemente tenían una discusión. Se parece que se conocen, pero no estamos seguros. Todavía se va a investigar. Lo que pasó es, estaban discutiendo, luego disparó a la víctima, él corrió del carro, el sospechoso corrió de esa área y luego regresó para llevarse la troca. En ese momento se llevó la troca y esa es la información que tenemos. En ese momento, cuando llegaron los oficiales, ellos comenzaron la investigación y eso es la única información que tuvimos en ese tiempo. Una troca negra de 4 puertas y solamente eso. Luego, después, como a las 6:36, recibimos una llamada de una mujer diciendo que era una esposa, que su esposo y su niño de 2 años estaban desaparecidos. De ese momento, los investigadores conectaron toda la información inmediatamente. Ella los dio los datos de la troca negra. Entonces, en ese momento, desde las 6:36 a las 7:15, inmediatamente los investigadores, los oficiales encontraron la troca, sabiendo que había un niño de 2 años. Inmediatamente vieron la troca, quebraron la ventana, sacaron el niño, trataron con toda su fuerza a salvarle. Y llegaron la ambulancia, llegaron, ellos también trataron y no se pudo. El niño de 2 años se murió. Aparentemente las puertas estaban cerradas, las ventanas todas cerradas. No sabemos cuánto tiempo estuvo esa troca ahí en ese momento, pero estamos trabajando todavía. Vamos a tener fotos, videos y vamos a pedir a la comunidad, a todos, cuando pasamos estas fotos y videos a los medios, que por favor, si tienen información, por favor que nos llamen a las 713-308-3600 al homicidio o a Crime Stoppers 713-222-TIPS y estamos pidiendo esta ayuda. No sabemos la razón por qué esto ocurrió, pero sabemos que esto fue un incidente bien horrífico. Nadie merece eso, especialmente un niño inocente de 2 años. Y nosotros estamos pidiendo también que oren para la familia, porque es bien difícil perder un esposo, un hijo, el mismo día, el mismo tiempo. ¿Tienen algunas preguntas?
ocurrió inicialmente el primer llamado en esa gasolinera?
La primera llamada ocurrió en el Camino del Rey, en la, parece, by Derry Ashford, ahí cerquita.
¿Hubo una discusión entre estas personas? ¿Creen que se conocían?
Se parece que se conoce, vimos el video y parece, pero no sabemos todavía se está investigando eso.
¿Hay algún detalle sobre la descripción del niño, del papá, hispanos, blancos?
El sospechoso es un hombre delgado, es negro, es africano y tenía shorts negros, una camisa blanca y tenía una cachucha de béisbol de los Raiders, es negra. Entonces, el sospechoso, no sabemos la relación exactamente entre el víctima y el sospechoso.
¿La víctima y el niño son hispanos?
Son de África, African.
African Americans.
African.
African American or African?
They're from African descent, de descento de África.
Ok. Ahora, sobre esta situación, esto ocurrió en plena luz del día. ¿Alguien tuvo que ver algo?
Sí, claro que sí. También teníamos bastantes testigos y también teníamos la ayuda de los videos y con esa información, eso es la única información que tuvimos en este tiempo. Nadie vio al niño, nadie tuvo la placa, la información de la troca y solamente cuando la esposa llamó, eso es cuando obtenemos toda esa información.
El bebé estuvo muchas horas, aparentemente, entre el primer reporte hasta ahora.
Fueron 5 horas, pero no sabemos cuánto tiempo estuvo en la troca. Ya saben, cuando dejan un niño en el carro, en el calor, solamente se toma como menos de 30 minutos que el cuerpo no puede sostenerse. En ese momento todavía estamos investigando esto, estamos tratando de investigar cuánto tiempo estuvo esta troca aquí.
Chief, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Commander Rodriguez.
It's down. Like, there's 2 different tapes. It's inside of like